Train the muscles, not the joints.
Welcome back to Natural Gland Bodybuilding. Mountain. And today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the bodybuilding game or natural bodybuilding game as you are training for years, or maybe you're training for months, or maybe you're just starting training, or maybe you're training for decades. And one of the things that was probably the most difficult part about natural bodybuilding is that there are inevitable obstacles that pop up along the way, right? So sometimes you get an injury, or sometimes you don't feel right. You know, say your diet is on point, your sleep's good, but maybe your body's not responding the way you think. Or maybe there's some sort of bursitis or tendonitis happening. And what I want to say to you is that these are invitations to change something up. It's an invitation to just change something for a period of time and see if you stumble across a new discovery. Because that's what I found a lot, is that sometimes your body goes through stages and there's nothing you can do about fixing the problem at the time. So sometimes you just need to take a break from constantly performing the same exercise that's giving you some sort of grief. Sometimes it's good just to stop that exercise for a period of time, or take a break from it, or maybe lower the intensity quite a bit, and then move into something else. And naturally, because you're doing something different, you start to discover things. Say, for instance, with knee pain, sometimes by consistently doing the same workout all the time, you might be just irritating the area, but you're not necessarily getting to the issue. So say you changed from squatting and you go to step-ups, or you're doing some sort of different exercise. Perhaps those exercises, because they're unilateral or whatever, may start to establish a new mind-muscle connection with the hips, start to align the hips properly, and then therefore the knees start to respond differently. So then when you come back to squats, all of a sudden it's a different exercise. So as much as I understand how frustrating it can be when certain exercises are not treating you right, you know, they become dysfunctional. It's almost like a dysfunctional relationship. It's good for you to just say, screw it, just change how you're doing that exercise. Don't be afraid to do it lighter, or don't be afraid to discard it altogether for a period of time and try a different tact on your training. Do different exercises, start working on different weak links that you feel that you may have. And just by taking a break, you may accidentally stumble across solutions to the problem that's plaguing you right now. And that's happened to me lots of times. Lots of times where I all of a sudden by accident started doing one different movement, and then because I'm doing the movement differently or something, all of a sudden a certain tweak or a certain type of tightness or whatever starts to go away. So experimentation is really encouraged. You want to try new things and not get so scared about losing the results that you have. I just had a message from a guy talking about upper chest training, and he was so scared of losing his upper chest results because he can't get to a gym, so he can't do incline because he doesn't have incline and that sort of thing. Don't get so scared of this stuff. Just surrender to the process, do what you can at the time, and just trust everything will unravel in its own timing. There is a certain level of that. I know it's very difficult to listen to, because we have to also be that type A personality and drive towards goals. But assuming you've done that, you've driven yourself as hard as you can, and you've moved towards a certain goal, if it's not working, sometimes there's some little weak link that you may need to work on or address from a different angle. And by changing up the exercises, that can be a magical way of discovering not only new results in a different area, but sometimes rehabilitation of an injury that has been causing you so much trouble. Mountain. I hope this helps you out in your training. Thanks a lot, guys, for tuning in to the live workouts that I'm doing now. I'm giving lots of fun tips and everything in there. So make sure, if you haven't checked out my chest dumbbell workout or my back workout, make sure you go and check those workouts out right now. They're like 45 minutes long with lots of little tips and tricks throughout the workout. So I'm talking to you as I'm training. And I think you'll like it. And if you like podcasts, I'm doing that still on Patreon. Every week we do the Patreon podcast. And yeah, it's only $5 a month. And you get to listen to a podcast where I talk about lots of different types of training philosophies, just like this one. So I hope this helps out in your training. Thanks a lot for watching. If you need to get a hold of me, just go to naturalglandbodybuilding.com. And thanks to the Patreon supporters, and take care for now. Mountain. Natural gland.